Tallahassee and what it means to you to be associated with the community of Tallahassee and giving back to Tallahassee. I think that's so important.
Well, you know, Mark and I talked a great deal about where we could call home, and frankly, backing up, when you met us a decade ago almost, in hospitality business, sometimes you feel like the transient folks. You know, you'll come in, open a hotel, or you'll take on a project, and you may be there 2 or 3 years, and then maybe move on to the next big thing. And so Tallahassee, while we were excited about the project and moving here, frankly thought we would maybe be on a 2-3 year plan and move on to
it's about my plan.
Yeah.
You know, usually at the 2-year mark,
we would be moving on.
I'm glad Tallahassee interrupted that.
Tallahassee interrupted that, and that's the reason we moved back, because we've never lived somewhere that embraced us, and as well as what we do as hospitality professionals. And you know, right time, right place. There's a lot of lightning in the bottle kind of scenarios here that we don't have time for today. But frankly, that was such a welcoming feeling that in the Tallahassee community, I think we've all joked before, there seems to be 1.5 degrees of separation if you just slow down and talk to people, which is a beautiful thing. And then you find those degrees of separation also want you to be successful. They want to know you. They may not have the business opportunity for you, but they know someone who does. And it speaks volumes to how this community is going to be able to escalate success quicker than some others. And you know, we've watched over the course of those going on a decade that the experience is elevating, but there's some room for improvement. And so, you know, to get a little sentimental, Mark and I don't have children, so it's like, what kind of legacy are you leaving? You know, you don't want to just work your whole life and wake up like, well, time to sit on the front porch. We want to be able to leave a legacy that we made it better, whatever it is, and to be able to give back to the community, to be involved, to meet and partner with other businesses to help them elevate their experience can only help us all feel that we're part of something bigger.
You're well on your way to that. So
thank you.
We're glad this is home for you.
Well, thanks. You know, it's a lot about emotional connection too. You know, it's difficult to go out and use that as part of what we do in our consulting, and then live in a place where we don't have an emotional connection. And Tallahassee was that place. You know, it's the other piece of that is that I like to think we earned a little bit of equity in this town, and that equity would have taken 2 to 3 years to try and build somewhere else. So it made good sense for us to choose Tallahassee as our home, and you know, with all the things that are going on in the community and the business community in general, it's perfect timing. I mean, you know, from where we were 7 years ago to where we are today, and how we feel about ourselves as a community versus, you know, pre-economic downturn. I mean, we have grown light years. You know, we used to. For those of you who've been around for a while, you remember, you know, if you wanted to get a big city feel and a big city experience, you went to a big city. You'd drive over to Jacksonville, or you'd go up to Atlanta, or hop on a plane and go to New York City. And in the last 7 years, we now have some of those big city experiences right here in Tallahassee, and you don't necessarily need to go to get away to get them. And I think that's fantastic. And it's just, you know, we're here, and we're headed here, and it's an exciting time to be a part of that.